welcome back to another episode of B Generation X, where we talk everything wrestling past, present, future with a DX level of disrespect. I'm Kenny.
I'm Jonathan.
Mooney here.
Chris Jett.
Jay Duende.
And this is B Generation X.
I'm getting excited. It's April. WrestleMania is in, 10 days? I love the little, Michael Cole, we are 10 days away from WrestleMania. I'm getting excited. Got a little nervous today, though, because my dear friend Kenny, I'm supposed to be watching WrestleMania with him on the old Peacock. And something happened.
The old money grab trick.
Oh.
I got to upgrade to premium Peacock. If anyone's watching and you logged into your Peacock, you'll see that all the PLEs have been locked and they're behind a paywall. So we're going to have to get that dust off that old black box from 1999.
This is why I like being really, really broke, because I stream everything and somehow, I don't know how. I sound like a pirate when I watch it, though. Hopefully we get that figured out, because I don't have a black box. I mean, you might have a black box in the stores here that might be able to.
It's possible.
I got a fire stick plug. Holla at me.
You got a guy. I got a guy.
I got a guy that knows a guy.
But I'm glad I have my old collection still, because I knew they were going to take it away. It's like that old. WWE is becoming more and more like Disney. And Disney, everyone knows when we were kids, they would whip out a tape, and then 6 months later, it's back in the vault, pal. Goddamn,
Absolutely.
Gotta get the VPN. I'm telling you, changed
Yeah.
my life.
Well,
NordVPN.
become a
It's not the
hacker.
sponsor.
Well, luckily, I think we do have premium, so I think I'm okay.
La-di-da.
Ooh.
La-di-fucking-da.
Everybody at John's house.
No, there's too many services out there, man. WWE Network was such a good thing. It was too good to be true. The WWE
Well,
Network.
I hate
Yeah,
that
I
there's
agree.
WWE stuff on every network. Like, if you want to watch that Stephanie McMahon podcast thing that she's doing, that's ESPN.
Right.
If you want to watch,
What's with
Why would you want to watch that?
What's with the picture? You ever seen the drawing? Why wouldn't they just have a picture of her? It's like.
Oh, I know, right?
so I went on the because I have the ESPN Plus, but for all their shows like that with hosts like that, they do the same kind of drawing for all, and so it's just the host like this.
So it's her
It's just
spicy
their
as
thing.
Stephanie.
She's doing that
I like tacos on
face.
cheese.
Yeah.
Which is grassy ass.
It's classic. I mean,
And we love Steph. Maybe one day we'll meet her.
Oh,
No.
in our dreams,
Yeah.
please.
So we got some new matches since the last time we spoke and we made our predictions. One of the ones we have is LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. What do you guys think? Jacob Fatu.
Wow, love him.
Now, we were talking about earlier. We were talking about MLW. We were reminiscing. He's he's big in the MLW now. I remember when Jacob Fatu first came out in MLW, and he was just kicking ass and everything. He was like a monster. He's been in WWE for a year now, pretty much almost a year, and they really want to shine him up and become a prominent figure, because all the other Samoans from the Roman are gone. So Jacob Fatu, they're really pushing him. I think it might be like a demolish match, and LA Knight has to do the favor. But I don't know.
What there's two other Samoan brothers that are signed by
Zilla.
WWE.
No.
Not Zilla.
Oh, another one?
Aside from him, there's two other gentlemen that hasn't really come into the fold yet.
It's not like
I'm sure they will.
You do a little googling. Very very tall fellow with beautiful hair. You see him, you'll know him when you see him.
Well,
Interesting.
I think Jacob Fatu is going to take it. I don't see LA Knight. I mean, does anybody even care that LA Knight has the United States
they
Championship?
really.
Not
I mean,
really.
it was great that he got that whole push, and he did it himself almost. Because when
Yeah.
he came back, he was still under the Vince McMahon era,
True.
Max
Had to fight
Dupree,
through that.
and that was just a dark era. I don't remember. I forgot Stone Cold was in WrestleMania 3 years ago. I was I was so out of it. But I think
the
Jacob.
KO?
Yeah. That was 3 years ago. But Jacob Fatu, this is his stage, because they're gonna try to branch him out away from the whole Roman Reigns and make him his own
I love it.
guy.
He doesn't need them.
No, he really doesn't. I mean, he carried, what's his name, freaking Solo the
Solo
whole time.
Sikoa.
Hey, don't talk bad about my man.
No, he did. He carried. He
He's-
really did
well,
carry him.
Yeah, but he's come around. He's coming to his own. I enjoy watching him.
He's
now.
not even on the card for WrestleMania as of now.
That's
No,
a damn
That's
shame.
crazy.
Well, we're going to talk about that
Yeah,
one
we'll get
later.
into it.
Jade versus Naomi. How's everybody feeling about that whole beef that Naomi
Love
betrayed
Naomi.
them?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They did
10
it
out
for
of
The
10.
Rock.
Yeah, we got some good ones.
Live.
Okay, so did anybody see that coming, that betrayal? Because I really thought it was Liv in them at first.
I don't think I was that invested
Yeah.
at first. Yeah, I was just kind of like sick.
Yeah.
I like Jade won me over in AEW with that kick-ass freaking theme music. You know,
Well,
that
freaking
guitar.
Jade looks like a real fucking
She
superhero.
should at least a turtle
How
with
long
muscles.
until like they sue them for the storm gimmick? Because they even did
Oh,
a
yeah.
lightning bolt on her. I was like, damn.
No,
you guys
man.
are
No
laying
one's
it
getting
in.
sued. It's an homage, pal.
Well,
Let's not
actually,
talk about
well,
getting sued when we're talking BX.
Well, I believe Rey Mysterio got in trouble when he
Oh,
did like
yeah.
the Wolverine ones and stuff like that. So it's only a matter of time.
No, but then they had a partnership. Then it became like, oh, when money exchanges, then
Yeah,
then
well,
they'll go
that's
over.
why they wanted their, freaking Marvel wanted their cut.
That's it.
All right, we got Braun Breaker,
Okay.
Penta, Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
This is crazy because another multi-person match. You know, like you have 2 triple threats we'll get into, but also now a fatal 4-way. This is like early 2000s. You know,
Yeah.
like they stopped doing this. Vince doesn't even like tag team matches back in the. You know, they would barely do tag matches, which is not. There's no tag match this time either. But fatal 4-way, those guys could have had 2 separate matches. You know.
Yeah, they really could have. And it'd be crazy to see. Well, I mean, they've been building Finn and Dominic going
Oh, yeah.
against each other for the last couple episodes.
Yeah.
Finn is such a low-key badass. Right?
He's up there. I grew.
I'm
to,
glad he's
like,
wearing
love
pants though,
and
because I couldn't watch
appreciate
him with the
him.
short, with the tighties on. It got a little uncomfortable.
I
And he was a
him as
Catholic
his
boy like me.
I like that Penta got a spot in WrestleMania, so
I mean,
I'm happy
Yeah.
for him.
He's
Quite-
okay,
yeah.
Penta's killing it.
And it's
since
less
he's-
pressure.
he's
It's his
killing
first
it.
time, less pressure too. He just do a couple of spots. Really,
He's gonna kill it, I
shine.
think.
It's kind. This feels like this might be kind of like the Money in the Bank match that they used to have with like a couple of cool spots, and they're gonna really pull it out.
Now, who do we think's
Dom.
going to win that match?
Okay, I'm gonna go first because I
Wow.
already talked over everyone. Dom, I think Dom gets the win.
Yes.
How great would
Why?
that be?
Yes.
Why?
He's dirty Dom.
Because imagine that rubbing that in all of our faces and us have to live with that now.
But listen, Braun doesn't have to lose because it's a fatal 4-way. Penta doesn't have to lose.
Mm.
You know, Dom can just get a cheap win. It'd
Yeah.
be the shit heel, the chicken shit heel that we all love.
Of course.
Let's talk about
100%.
his spear.
Oh,
So-
that's
Oh, yeah, that was
That
crazy.
spear
Braun
is
Breaker,
next level.
he like jumped like 10 feet away from even, he like
Yeah.
flew.
He flew.
How about them apples?
Yeah, he might have the best spear in the game.
He really does.
Of all
100%
time,
hands
yeah.
down.
Of all time.
Bill Goldberg got nothing on that.
No, he did the
Bill
first
Goldberg.
one, then the second one with Dominic was even really good as well.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
funny
here
because
for it.
his lineage wasn't even. They were more suplexes.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't spears. So that's interesting. But Braun Breaker's his own beast now. I think then Scott has a son now too, and he's like leaving football. So
I
he
think
might-
there was some talks about him. There was some picture that came out on social media
Yeah.
with him with blonde hair.
And he had the mail chain. Yeah, he's got some.
Yeah, so there was people speculating. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's always nice.
So
to
let's go with
speculate.
Tom. That'd be great.
I'm gonna go with the
100%.
dark horse and pick Penta. To
Yeah,
win this
I
match.
would
Yeah,
love to see
that's-
Penta win.
that's-
I mean, that's what
another-
everybody
that's
would
what
want.
I would-
That's what my heart
Yeah.
wants.
Yeah.
But the heart don't always get what it wants.
All right.
You never
It's a
know.
fatal 4-way. That means no DQs. Penta's around. Lucho.
Ray.
Ray Phoenix.
His brother.
Yeah.
Well, we also have, talking about Ray, we have Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americana.
This is a fun
This
old
is
school
gonna be a
match.
banger.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a match I
Fun,
would have
old
loved
school.
with a different gimmick, but
Now, do you think they're gonna unmask El Grande at WrestleMania? I have a feeling that's what they're kind of.
I think so, too.
Unmask him.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I was
you
thinking.
think that soon?
I think so. I feel like they've just been kind of building up to it for that WrestleMania moment. I can't see that El Grande gimmick lasting too long.
I think Chad Gable interferes.
It reminds me of.
Wow.
Oh, and that's a good one too.
No, I was just
That-
kidding. But
Imagine.
No, that
that would be good.
That'd actually pretty cool. If
Actually,
you
yeah.
find out the whole time
Yeah.
it wasn't Chad Gable
Chad
at all.
Gable. Yeah.
Chad Gable up in the rafters like Sting.
That's a swerve, That's too complicated. No, this is a feel good moment. They're gonna because they're doing a whole like satirical like Gulf of America thing. This is just a fun match for everyone to like clap and just like see
I love
Ray
it.
one more time on the big stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, that I'm excited for that. To see Ray.
It's gonna be a
like,
fun
again,
match.
to
Yeah.
really appreciate him and like he's done so many manias now.
Mhm.
Done so much, he's put his body on the line.
Yeah,
Poor
right.
fella.
And just like
So who are we going with? I'm saying Ray just because
Yeah.
again I don't see the El Grande Americana gimmick going that long.
Yeah, that's
I'm going Ray too.
I'm going with Ray. Yeah.
Ray.
Yeah, Ray.
Now, last time we spoke, we talked about the Rhea, Io, and oh my god, how the frick I forget her name?
Oh, Trinity Fatu is the real name, but whatever her name is now.
Wow. They're gonna like
Bianca?
Yeah, Bianca, there you go.
Oh, Bianca Belair. That's Trinity.
So,
That's
yeah.
Naomi.
Yeah.
So
So
cut that out. Different person.
so Io Sky, Rhea, and Bianca. We said
Did we
last
predict
week.
that was going to be a triple
No, we predicted that. We all came to the agreement that
threat? It should have been.
it won't be a triple threat because I already have the other triple threat going.
Right.
So
We were
there goes
wrong.
our first prediction.
We were
Yeah,
wrong.
they're definitely going to do that triple. There was no way they could have left
I
Rhea
had a
out.
feeling for some reason. I don't know why.
I think
No
I
way
was
they could
still
have left Rhea
right.
out.
I don't
Because
know
of the
what I
guest-
said, but I'm pretty
guest
sure I
ref
was
match.
right.
Yeah, same here.
How's everybody feeling about that?
I'm going with Io Sky all the way.
Me too. But I like the match with all three of them in it. I think it's going to be cool.
Well, again, because it's a triple threat,
Yeah.
Rhea doesn't have. They don't have to have her lose. Io Sky could get the win.
Yeah.
That's how they might
I
like.
think that's how they're going
Right.
to keep pushing her continuously to wherever top
Or-
there is. In the,
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're doing a lot of burying. They're burying her a lot with the whole
Yeah.
like
Pushing
pushing,
her.
like pushing and all that stuff. Really disrespecting her.
Yeah, they're really been going hard with the face push.
Yeah, and definitely bringing it to her. So she's gonna bring it at Mania. Everybody wants to see her get her lick.
She
On
she
both of
rocked
them.
Mammy with that
With that missile
If you
drop
see
kick.
that missile drop
Came
kick
out of
is
nowhere
right.
too. Fire.
Yeah.
Right on her neck.
Yeah. He broke her back. Spinal.
Final.
That was a spinal injury.
No, she's fine. yeah.
Hopefully.
What you got for us next?
Well, where's it go though? From
Ray.
there, just that's it, and then Io Sky has the belt.
I don't know. I
Where'd
feel
it
like
go?
Rhea's gonna keep going.
Yeah.
She's definitely gonna want to keep going.
I'm just personally not that invested in it.
You know,
I don't know, they
Rhea's
didn't
about
really have
time
me
for
it.
turning heel herself.
She's been a
She could have like
face
a
for
heel
good
turn.
another year.
Rhea Ripley.
All right.
How much
Especially
how
with
much
Io
further
Sky.
could she go down that? I feel like she does she has heelish tendencies, all right?
Yeah, so I think she could get a little slimier.
Oh yeah, and
Wow.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like do Io dirty.
After the bell.
Yeah.
And just a little foreshadowing,
Yeah.
we might get into botches. They call the what's the name said she's representing like the fucking group that she's not.
Oh
even
yeah, they said representing Judgment Day. I was like,
Yeah.
why did they say
It's been
that?
like a year. That's crazy.
Was that wait a
Hey,
second?
people make mistakes
Wait,
like
wait.
I did.
Was that new announcer?
No, it's Adam Pierce.
No, that was
Wow.
Pierce that said that. Yeah.
Damn,
30 years.
Piercy, my boy. What's up, dude?
Who's the Let's Get Ready to Rumble guy?
Oh, Michael Buffer.
Yeah,
Michael
Michael
Buffer.
Brett
The
Clark.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Brett Hitman Clark.
Wait.
That really happened. That was WCW '99.
That was just
That was like
a
Starcade
What about
or
the
something.
Lillian Garcia one, the recent one? Roseanne Perez!
Roseanne Perez sounds like a fun
Roxanne Perez?
Yeah. That sounds like a fun sitcom. Like
That lives forever in my head now.
because it's the confidence that does it.
Yeah, bitch! Yeah!
Okay.
So,
Norman Reigns. That was hilarious. Seen the old lady, the old grandma? She's like,
No.
I love Norman Reigns.
Long live Norman Reigns.
So so me and Crystal were looking up yesterday because we were curious how much the announcers make, the ones that just
Wow.
say the names of the people, and it said like $300,000 is like starting pay. So
I mean, that's
Kinda
big
crazy.
time, though, to
Yeah,
get
it's
up in
big
front of
bucks.
all
Travel
those
like
people.
every week though. Too.
well, then we got curious. We're like, how much do the people make that do the drones? Like, do the drone shots? Because some people do that shit really shitty.
I was just gonna say they do a terrible
I
job.
think they make like $100,000 a year.
Back in my
Oh,
day,
crazy.
That's flying.
they would have a
birds.
freaking Zeppelin flying around like a kaboom box.
Oh, true.
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
the blimp.
Goodyear.
The
Yeah, the
blimp.
blimp that would have.
That was like a big deal. I felt like I was
I wanna
blessed.
get
Like I
in
saw
there.
the Lord when I saw that thing coming by.
I remember when JR was like, look at that, we have a hot air balloon in the sky. And then Jerry Lawler goes like, JR, you're full of hot air. He'd bury him every chance he got. Speaking of commentary, this past Raw, who's the fella that was guest commentary?
You're boiling.
Oh,
you're grinding my gears already. I'm
Tony.
boiling. My blood is boiling. I'm doing this underneath the damn table right
Tony.
now.
You got beef with
Yeah.
Tony?
I do.
Yeah.
I
I needed a
appreciate
bang up
that,
job.
man.
I've always wanted it since this is a childhood dream of mine.
No, with that Big E comment, that was not right.
So for those listening,
Slap
who
the
was the
back of the
special
side of
guest
Higgy.
host? Because we didn't really. I mean the guest.
The Kill
announcer.
Tony host.
Tony Hinchcliffe
Yes,
Tony
Tony Hinchcliffe.
from Kill Tony
They're doing a roast. Well, they're both.
for WrestleMania,
Yeah,
right?
they're both part of the Netflix family now. Kill Tony's on Netflix,
Mhm.
and they're doing like a roast after night 2 of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And he's like a big, I grew up on the Attitude Era, and stuff like that.
Right.
Like we all did. He's kind of like Bill Simmons to me. Like Bill Simmons, is like just Andre the Giant. Yeah, he's great. And he's just talking about stuff that everyone else knows, and it's like. Like some jabroni with a podcast talking about wrestling.
Yeah.
Hell does he know?
Yes.
Yeah, what does he know?
Nothing like us.
Yeah.
I'm a professional.
Yeah, we're.
Does he do
absolute
them?
professionals.
Does he get speared by Braun Breaker?
I wish he
That'd be great.
would.
They even it out, because a lot of
That'd be
fans,
funny.
50-50.
Yeah, she might really get
Yeah,
hurt.
probably
Big
die.
E,
And pile
Big E
driver.
farts in his face
Onto some non-gimmicked barbed wire.
onto Big E's nuts.
Oh yes! After a jog.
You've ever seen that
After a
Diddy?
15-minute jog.
That Diddy angle
No.
where he was on Raw and he's like, "So how's Biggie's nuts?"
What?
You never seen that? I'll send it to you. We're gonna have to post that. Shout out to Diddy.
Shout out to Diddy.
Diddy was at WrestleMania 29 when I was
He
there.
was.
That was the
Was
best
he?
kiss break ever.
Was
No
he in the
offense.
Was he in the toilets?
That's probably
What
why
did
they
he say?
locked. That's probably why they locked down all the PLEs because Diddy's on it.
Yeah, oh God.
Jeez.
They got to give it into evidence. Where were you this night? I was at WrestleMania.
with Vince McMahon, you say?
You were spray farting, you say?
All right, guys. So wrestling is very hot again. Why do you think now it is hot again? We have like sold out arenas, ratings are up. It's all over mainstream media. Why?
Keyword mainstream. I just think it's mainstream now. It's not like hot or cold. It's mainstream. It's like Marvel Comics. It's just like institution now. Back then we talked about the Attitude Era being like a hot, and then Hulk Hogan. Shout out Hulk Hogan. It was like a hot moment. Now I think it's accepted. It's just mainstream. It's like straight ahead. It's not going to be ever again going like, oh my gosh, WWE's going to go out of business, or holy shit, look at the money we're making. It's just like solid. It's like solid now.
Yeah, they found especially this move with TKO and everything. Like
Yeah, I think the streaming is helping
I
bring
think
it to new audiences.
The streaming, but the TKO buyout, I think, is what switched things, and everyone in charge is ex-wrestlers now. And I think that really
they're putting out a better
They're putting
product.
out a way better product.
Yeah.
Devil's Ave though, let's give a little shout out to Vince, because he also knew to get them young. That's not a weird. No, he was good at like cultivating like the next generation. He was always like
He was grooming the next
like,
generation.
let's say like he shitted on like Kurt Angle. He didn't get his like real proper final match at WrestleMania 35.
You lost me for a second. I thought you mean he really shitted on him. Whoa!
No, but
I'm
seriously,
a man who loves to play with boys.
No, but I think at the same time now they're playing like more like 4D chess, where like they know that they also have to get you in like the shoot interviews, because there was a dark period in the 2010s that the only thing I watched was like shoot interviews pretty much, or like TNA on like American Geography Channel, whatever the hell it was, and WWE was like nothing, but they still had me because they were able to talk about the real shit, like the dark shit, and I think they got you on all fronts. They got you just as a straight up week to week with your kid, watching it with your kid. And they also have it with like, I want to know the real story about it.
The
So,
telenovela portion.
Telenovela.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all it is. It's a telenovela for men.
Wait, when?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely.
Now social media has also been playing a huge impact on this with memes or just like moments that they're bringing a lot of like what's his name, ISO Speed.
Right.
That fucking Logan
Kai
Paul's a
Cenat.
wrestler now.
Yeah.
Kai Cenat.
Like that doesn't resonate with me, but like there's kids that like this is like their freaking idols.
Yeah, well, they're copying everybody else's formula, using these guys to promote the product.
I mean, it's
It
working
works, though. It works.
when
These
talking
guys
about
stream a shitload.
talking about Braun Breaker spearing people when he
Speed.
In a prime
ISO
bottle.
Speed, that was
Yeah, that was
it
hilarious.
was like one of the most viewed things.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it because I'm from an era when wrestling was so popular. There was no shame in being a wrestling fan. Wore wrestling shirt. I'm wearing an ECW shirt. ECW was hot fire back in the late '90s with the Attitude Era. I can go on and on and on, but I love the fact that it's being accepted everywhere again.
And how are we feeling about AEW? It seems like they're not doing too hot like they were before, because they came out hot, and then now it's getting very cold.
Who is that?
AEW.
If anything, they're making the WWE look better. These other dudes. But,
Well, we're gonna have a lot of people in the comments if they're AEW fans. They love to linger in the comment section.
Yeah.
I would die hard. Like when I got this hat, I saw Swerve Strickland and Darby Allin and the Young Bucks in Seattle.
Wow.
It was like their last indie show before the big announcement that they had when AEW got announced in 2019, which I can't believe it's been that long, like 6.5 years already. But I still like AEW, but I'm not following it week to week. I just think they kind of dropped the ball a little bit. But people will say like it's still great. I just think they need to slow down, buddy.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Tell a story.
Yeah,
Like,
that's it.
It's a little tilt-a-whirl.
it's like love making, man. You just gotta slow down.
They're two different products. WWE and AEW completely. It's almost apple oranges. It's like they'll try to compare it to like WCW and.
Oh no way! Oh, who the hell compared it to that?
Just like when it
That's
initially
fucking
was like it
disrespectful.
was a drop, but not at all. It's just a
My heart.
completely different. We went to an AEW show not too
Oh
long
yeah,
ago.
2 years ago this week, I remember we went to his first AEW Dynamite. It was in Long Island. What did you think about it? It was like your first time, but like
Dynamite.
you're not
Okay,
really-
so the production, because we just came back from seeing Raw at the Garden March 10th,
Yeah.
and just like comparing the two, just the WWE holds like it's like they keep it simple. It's shorter and sweet. AEW was very long. It was hard to follow. So like I don't watch AEW from week to week, so just coming in, watching the dark matches, watching everything happen. Everyone has a title, everyone has a belt, everything's on the line. It was a little overwhelming.
Yeah, you need to do your homework when you're an AEW fan. You need to know all the
I used to like it for what was it? They had that YouTube segment for
dark
a while.
side.
Dark, yeah.
Dark. Yeah,
It was-
AEW Dark. That was him. He was supposed to get like a streaming service, and he was gonna have a backlog. Tony was gonna have a backlog.
I was really like a fan of that, and then they lost me when they fucking cut that off, and I'm like, well, where do I watch this? What the fuck is TBS?
This is gonna be the No Tony episode. We're shitting on Tonys here.
Nah,
The Tony Awards.
invite us. Change my mind.
No, I mean AEW. They just need the storytelling better. Because the matches are great, of course. You can see a match. Oh, we need the theatrics. But that's what brings you back. I think. Everyone's like, you have 3 matches on Raw. Yeah, but you remember them. I'm an old school guy. I'm a simple man.
do you ever think
I
they
glad
get,
pops in my mouth and butter in my ass. It's pretty nice.
Do you think they ever get bought out by the
No.
WWE?
No
Ever?
way. That's
I
his
don't
baby.
think so.
That's his inheritance. AEW is his inheritance because his father is Shad Khan, I believe. And instead of getting the money after he passes away, he got his money first. So AEW is his like playground, I think. He doesn't have to make money.
Mhm.
He doesn't have to.
Yeah, and then,
Don't kill me in the streets, AEW fans.
and then he keeps trying to do like little like collabs, like they did the Capcom.
yeah,
that's
that's,
cool.
that's so
like
niche.
he's trying to make money doing that too, and it works. It's
It's niche though. I mean, that's good. It's like like Comic Con stuff. Like
Yeah. They actually had a booth at Comic Con when they did the Capcom stuff,
Oh.
and I think my friend has like the CM Punk shirt they did with I think it was like Ryu.
With all that
That's
said,
awesome.
I would love AEW. Invite us to a panel.
Yeah.
I'll see if I
We're
get
always
everything I
paying
said.
attention.
All right, talking about pay-per-views, which classic pay-per-view should WWE revive?
That's a hard question because I feel like they nailed like the formula now. Because like
I gotta say right off my damn chest in your house.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
well,
that.
But
too.
you're- but they did bring that back in
They are
NXT.
bringing, like NXT is doing like in your house and Bash at the Beach.
they bring back the
And all
old
these-
titles. It's
yeah,
not the
they're bringing-
same though.
It's not the same now, but
It's like bastardizing it. you know?
yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
They
do.
did Halloween Havoc on TV.
No disrespect to NXT.
Mhm.
It's not the same product. Yeah, I still
Yeah.
have yet to like cross over into that. I can appreciate it. I like the wrestlers who are taking part in there, but
That's just a place to build talent to go
Yeah.
to the main roster.
I actually have one, King of the Ring.
Yeah, King of the Ring. I was
that's-
gonna
that's
say.
Wow.
We did it on TV this
I
year.
really
King of
needs
the
to
Ring.
come back.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about Tribal Chief. He needs to win a King of the Ring.
Yeah, that would definitely
A Norman
yep.
Reigns winning King. I mean, it's over and done now. He's over, but like King of the Ring's always been, that
Mhm.
stepping stone for like.
Like the mid-level.
It's the trampoline. Like you hit King of the Ring, you win King of the Ring, you're going to main event, on and on and on.
But are
Like,
these
Triple H did it.
strategies outdated now?
That's
Do
a
they
good
need
one.
to do it?
I don't think they're outdated. I think that they're.
King
I
of the
think-
Ring. I don't think that would
They
No,
did it
be
like-
that
they
would
did it-
be-
they did it at the Clash of the Castle.
I love the
True.
tournament aspect of it with
Yeah.
the brackets and everything. Like,
Like,
that's
they don't
awesome.
Well,
need
Nia Jax won last year.
Yeah,
She used it.
like they don't need to bring things back like Armageddon or stuff like that.
No.
Yeah, like that stuff.
Or Unforgiven.
Unforgiven.
Why not, brother?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, bring back Unforgiven. Marilyn Manson's back. Like, let's just bring it
Yeah.
back to '98.
Wow.
Imagine, guys like Penta going through a King of the Ring tournament. You know what I mean? Guys like.
Where would they have the coffin matches? What pay per view?
Oh, well, Buried Alive.
Buried Alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you?
Wasn't that kind of like a?
That's funny
because
because Buried Alive is funny because it's a double entendre. Because like now everyone talks about being buried in wrestling.
Wow.
With Buried Alive,
Wow.
like heat. They use a lot of like insider terms before it was popular. All the
That's
jabrones,
sick.
all the
Yeah.
jabrones know it.
That's an adult mind thinking now.
I thought you were gonna bring this up, but they had Cyber Tuesday for a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was a
Cyber
Cyber.
Slam. Cyber Tuesday.
Cyber
Cyber Slam was
Sunday.
ECW.
I thought it was
Cyber
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Taboo Tuesday.
Mm.
They had Taboo Tuesday for a while, and they did it in Puerto Rico, and it was legit. It was so legit that it kind of screwed someone over. Like they were gonna have, I forget who it is. Just shoot in the details here, but someone was gonna get a big push. Like Edge was gonna get a push, and
Or Edge. Now he's jumping off fucking cages.
but like
snapping
but
his leg like a
no,
little
no,
toothpick.
but like the audience screwed him, and so he didn't get the match. In the storyline, they were gonna like, the fans are definitely gonna pick him. You know what I mean? And he didn't get it because it was like legit for the first time ever. Wrestling's legit. Like they didn't fudge the numbers,
Oh,
and they didn't do
hell
the match.
Well,
You
it's
know?
real out there. Wrestling is hardcore.
Yeah.
We don't have our Theo Savio Vega picture up.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no.
We're gonna put him up. Damn, rats.
Out there.
Yeah.
All right.
He's coming every week. He's coming.
He'll answer us back one time.
Yeah, if
We,
you're
uh,
watching, hit me back on WhatsApp, Theo.
We've had a lot of cool people sign lately, Penta
Love
and
it.
stuff like that. Who do you guys think should be the next person WWE should sign?
All right, you gotta bring out your like scouting sheets. I don't think there's any people in like the
Didn't
Indies
you
right
say
now.
Zilla?
Well, Zilla Fatu
He's with
definitely.
I think
HOG,
he's gonna
be- Yeah.
local promotion. It's based in New York, but they're all over now.
I think he's next up, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like he's already being like without having like the official tag. you
Yeah,
know?
I think he's in there. I would love for also Cruel, from MLW. We need a monster. We have
Sure.
monsters like Braun Strowman, but like he doesn't have a match.
But he like
We
talks
need
like,
a
"Hey, how you doing?" He's like a normal guy. He's like, "Hey."
I feel poor for poor Braun Strowman's knees. He's a tall fella. It looks like he hurt his knees anytime he runs around.
Yeah, but he has that baby face. Remember when he first came out? He was like, he looked like the meme, the vice president meme. He straight up looked like freaking JD Vance.
like a gooba baby.
In the JD Vance memes, he looked like that when he first came out with Bray Wyatt like 10 years ago. He was like a little baby face.
I live in the woods. Yeah.
So we're talking about signing. Well, you're talking about AEW.
I mean, it could be AEW, even Japanese stars that
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
likes,
Wow.
or even somebody from Next that should be going to the main roster.
They got it already.
All right. Well, the big glaring omission that we don't want to mention is MJF. Everyone's talking about MJF.
Oh.
I didn't want to bring that one up, but
Wow.
yeah, MJF.
Well,
is
That's
kinda
a
like
stinky
dream
fart in the
of-
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but MJF, like, he's a New York guy,
Love it.
but it's WWE. Like, he's kind of like the heartbeat of AEW since the beginning.
Mhm.
And also, we're talking about MLW. I started watching him in 2018, and he was like a little baby boy. He was like 21. And he was doing the same gimmick he did then, like outside in the street. He was like doing it to kids. So he never strayed. Like, he's been doing what he's been doing. So maybe there's a method to the madness, but I think he's just been kind of boring the last couple of years. But when he does come out, like his opening match, which is an important feature to like wrestling, but this is just maybe his version of going away for a while is just not to be like the main Like he's not doing the Moxley main event. Like he's very low key right now. So maybe that's good, so that we don't get tired of him. Right now we're talking about him. Like we want him to come back, even though he's still there. It's kind of like a new version of going away for a while. Which like you would leave a promotion for a while and come back a territory. Maybe he's doing that. Yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere. And he's 29 now, 28. Maybe he comes to WWE like in like 5 years.
He got that tattoo removed.
You got it removed already?
Did he really? Holy
yeah,
shit.
Bet on
I look
AEW.
like shit anyway.
Yeah, he got that removed.
Yeah.
All right, so
Sorry, I got a mind wipe you all.
All right, so since we are the B Generation X, who is the best member of D Generation X, in your guys' opinion? We have Triple H, HBK, China, X-Pac. We have Billy Gunn, Road Dogg.
All right, as a kid, I like Billy Gunn. I like the Ass Man.
yeah, sure.
Yeah! Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was the only guy I knew that rocked the choker too. Remember the chokers
Yeah.
that like
Oh,
little girls would
wow.
choke in
I
middle
know a
school?
few guys that wear chokers.
Like the,
Oh yeah,
not the puka necklace one, like the metal bead
the
one.
little cutesy
The little
ones.
tight-
Wow.
little tight ones.
On some sicko
And
shit.
he was yeah, he was there with the silhouette like pants and the tanga on.
Yeah.
With the
Wow.
cut tee, the
Wow.
cut shirt, belly
Yeah.
shirt.
So, Kenny, who's yours?
Hornswoggle.
Horn.
Mike
Oh,
Tyson.
man. Oh, Mike Tyson.
Oh!
Yeah, he's a good
Oh,
one.
yeah. Well, yeah, I
Legend.
forgot. Mike Tyson was a
True.
member of DX for a while.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
All right, so I would have to give it to no one repped D-Generation X harder than X-Pac. He had his
He really did.
he had his own theme
Yeah.
song to it.
You're right.
He was he repped it super hard.
I like them
He
better
was a
than
real
Monsters
degenerate.
Inc.
Yeah,
I mean, he was a real degenerate in real life and in wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a real degenerate.
And like with
It's
Triple
perfect.
H, like he was like the antithesis of DX in real life. You know, he was like sober, didn't party.
Yeah.
You know, he remembered the night before. He's like, you know,
No, that's a good fella.
but
That's who you want
you
to
know,
be
like
now.
back if we go back in time, like I used to just every week I would be like, this is like '99. I'm like, maybe Shawn Michaels is gonna be on, maybe he's gonna be on. Then he would show up and like just like whip out, start dancing, like
That's a
doing
big deal.
like I can't wait for us to get in a beef with a different podcast because I want to recreate HBK humping their flag. You know?
We're here for it.
It was the perfect time. We were like 10 years old. You know, it was like, oh, damn
Yeah.
teacher, she's pissing me off.
So, who
He's pissing
remembers
me off.
when they banned that from school? If you're doing
Oh,
something.
I remember that.
Sure.
Even
Yeah.
the t-shirts, too.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It's a
yeah.
gang.
The suck it
Yeah,
t-shirts.
it's the suck it gang.
Yeah, because
They banned all wrestling shirts because of those.
Oh, yeah.
I
Because
went
of
to
the
Catholic
DX
school.
and the Steve Austin.
Pootie
Yeah,
Tang
Steve Austin.
Pie.
That's another bad
I went to
one.
Catholic
Yeah.
school, but I was a rebel. We had this thing, a folder. We would have a folder, and you have to block it so no one else could see your answers. Mine was just South Park, ECW, and WWF characters printed out.
Sabon.
JPEGs.
Yeah.
The flavor of that is
JPEG for life.
And you gotta add like a S for flavor. Just the cherry on
Ooh,
top.
the
Just put
S
the S
thing.
on top.
Yeah.
the S thing.
Okay, Jay Duende, who's your favorite DX member?
Yeah, I would say the connection. I would say X-Pac. I liked him better. WCW, but I got the love for China, man.
Yeah. of
I low
course.
key always wanted to shoot that thing off, you know, in WrestleMania 2000.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't you tell me that you want.
Yeah.
Don't treat me like a
Yeah,
woman.
so-
Don't treat me like a man.
So China.
Yeah, China's great.
She was good.
R.I.P.
She's
to
awesome.
China.
R.I.P. to China.
We miss you.
Yeah.
What's your personal
Should be here.
favorite DX moment that's ever happened? And they've had a lot of good moments.
Wow, so many good moments.
All right, I'll jump in. It's the one I hate the most because I remember it. It's when DX betrayed Shawn Michaels. It was it was out in the
that's a good
cold. I was so hyped. I think Shawn Michaels was like, you know, it's very hamming it up, but Shawn Michaels is like, I'm with you guys now. He's a commissioner. I'm with you guys. And I'll see you guys in a couple minutes, right? I'll be right back. Kind of like scream. And he goes out there and Triple H is like, we'll see about that, pal. And you hear the leather like crickling. Leather. Yeah, we'll see about that. And then when they come back from commercial, JR and King are like, oh my god, what's going on? And Shawn Michaels is like face down, ass up on top of a car with like blood everywhere and it's snowing out. It's like really beautiful, like post holiday snow, like January or like February or something like that. And Shawn Michaels was gone until he came back.
What's JR saying in the background?
Yeah.
Damn you to hell! You goddamn bastard! Damn you to hell! All of you!
But Shawn Michaels like never came back until the whole 2002 thing. Like that was the last time we saw him. Really, he was supposed to come back at WrestleMania 2000 or like 17 or something, or one of those ones. He was supposed to come back, but he was like partying really hard, and I relate to that too because everyone has their demons, you know.
Of course.
You know, I used to party hardy. So and then he had his old coming back story, so that's great. But
I love it. Now he's in NXT.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's running
Now he
NXT,
looks-
so
yeah,
good for
yeah.
him.
Now he looks like that Hulk Hogan character right now. He's like, well, good God bless him though. He's happy.
I'm gonna pick the tank when they were on the tank.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
the tank,
It's
yeah.
legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
was
love
a classic X-Pac
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
tank.
Yeah.
Yes.
And these are moments were fun because it was fleeting. They were fleeting moments.
Yeah.
They weren't like on social media. They were on TV. You had to watch it,
Mhm.
Yeah.
or you had to have to catch like a replay.
How about when they were feuding with the Nation of Domination? There were so many. There were so many like controversial moments.
Yeah, that,
Between
a lot,
that.
a lot of that wouldn't fly.
None of it. There was between the way they dressed up and everything, and also between when The Rock was in the Nation of Domination, and he had if I remember correctly, he put like a Zamboni in front of like DX's locker room, and he had China in the ring.
Oh,
And he was cutting like a real like
dude.
sleazy promo on China. And he goes in the Nation, like it's a whole bunch of dudes, and it's just like I remember watching this as like a 10-year-old and being like really disturbed by
Yeah.
I was like quite disturbed by it, very
Dark,
uncomfortable.
bro.
And they go and they like buckle China's knees and they put her down, and The Rock's making it was a ladder match build up.
SummerSlam '98.
Yeah, at the
Highway
Garden.
to Hell.
Yeah, and it goes. So Rock's making his way off the ladder, and he sees China, and he goes, "Yeah, put her down on her knees where she belongs." It almost looks like a natural position. And he goes in to lean in for a kiss, and he's like, "Then again, I never kiss a piece of trash like you." And you can hear JR like, he was like, "We don't condone any of this." And he's just like, "Oh, but we are live, folks." Oh God. I mean, it was brutal, man. R.I.P. China.
Yeah,
You took it like a
R.I.P.
champ.
China.
Yeah, for sure.
you're a real one.
Yeah, she definitely was. Don't treat her like a woman or a man.
That's true.
R.I.P. Toxic masculinity.
R.I.P. toxic
Yeah,
masculinity.
it was all
yeah.
toxic
Doesn't fly
masculinity.
here.
Yeah, R.I.P. It's gone.
Okay, so talking about toxic masculinity and the WWE and it being a wild place with crazy matches back then, and then we had ECW and all those extreme wrestling
Got some
venues.
CZW out there. I love
So-
So,
wrestling.
what do you guys think is the most extreme modern match that we've had as of lately? It's kind of hard to say because it's not
Yeah.
that crazy.
I think that Kevin Owens and Cody match was crazy.
Oh
That-
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
pretty
And now that
pretty
we
brutal.
know, we're gonna get into it. We might get into it.
Oh.
CTE.
Poor guy.
Kevin Owens is injured now.
Yeah, it's
Um,
It's
and like
lousy.
but
we hope you get better.
that's what.
Yeah.
See, it's not the most like blood or like. Recently, Moxley had his like skin like being ripped apart by like.
That's one that I was going to
Nails
touch
and
upon, yeah.
But the most intense stuff is like the things you don't see really. Like Matt Hardy, like during the pandemic, there was the stadium stampede, and Matt Hardy straight up just hit like concrete floor in the stadium. And if you've heard him talk, like he's sometimes here, sometimes he's not there. That's serious. Like he lost, the CTE is wild.
Mm-hmm.
But even though it didn't look crazy on camera, like, it wasn't Mick Foley falling off the cage. It was just that dud, and you only have so many brain cells.
Yeah,
As we're learning.
It's brutal.
I had like 7 left.
Yeah.
I thought about it the other day. I was like, "Fuck, man, I had
Donate
so
some,
many good
please.
You
ones."
got to loosen up that hat.
Yeah.
That's so tight.
Cool. Sorry,
Damn.
guys.
Damn, I wish that I was hoping that was all like a work. I really was.
Oh, Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I
Well,
you
you
know,
never know. They might be working us again.
that would be such an awful fucking work.
Yeah.
So who else? Who else has any good extreme matches of the modern era?
Extreme
There was-
matches of the modern era.
Yeah, like now.
There was a great AEW match
there-
like a couple years ago. Britt Baker. She was like the Crimson Mask.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
remember that?
Wow.
That was a good one.
There as of late there was a women's hardcore match in AEW.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with Tony
So,
Storm and
yeah,
Maria May.
Yeah, that one was a bloodbath.
Yeah, that was the last prior pay-per-view to this. That was Revolution.
I gotta start watching some
I'll
AEW
give-
stuff.
I'll
Yeah,
give
they're not
credit-
afraid to bleed
I'll
at
give credit to
AEW.
the underground for that, for having like.
I get a
really
bunch of
hardcore-
underground videos on Instagram. There's one that I
Yes, we
seen
know you get some underground.
where some dude got
We have a segment for that next
Slammed.
episode.
Yeah.
on like forks. It was like a bunch of like a piece
Oh,
of wood
I
with a bunch
saw
of
that.
forks, and some
No,
dude just got slammed right
I'm not
into
into
it.
that.
Like, I got murdered.
I was never
Yeah.
into hard like porn or whatever. Gore. I don't like gore.
porn, no.
Gore porn.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not into that. It's just like, ew, I'm squeamish.
Yeah.
Well, I like a little bit of the ultra violence. So I would
Yeah,
say
it's fun.
some. If you look up, I would
don't
look up
mind it.
any of the discography of King of the Death Match. If you
Yeah.
if you look up that is intergender matches, and that shit is gnarly. That's like some of the worst
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
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 Or watching any old what's his name? Freaking he was freaking I can't think of his name. He was
Necro Butcher?
he was
Oh, Terry Funk.
Nick Gage.
why am I forgetting? With the Sacco. Freaking
Oh,
Mankind.
Mick Foley.
Yeah, Mick Foley.
Yeah.
If you look at any of his old stuff, you can watch some
FMW,
pretty
yeah.
fun extreme stuff. Or
Yeah, he was
There was a there was a Dark Side of the Ring a couple weeks ago. They highlighted Hell in a Cell. That was a wild moment.
with him and Undertaker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was wild.
What
'Cause-
about? Sorry.
I'll keep going. No, it's just wild, like because
Oh.
it was not even like the highlight of the night at the time. Honestly, like when you were watching it live, it was kind of forgotten. They kind of like hushed it like
Well,
afterwards.
the Undertaker didn't even want to throw him off to
Yeah,
begin
but
with.
then like they didn't really talk about it like afterwards. It was like Stone Cold and Kane was like the main event. Really,
Right.
the hell it was a Hell in a Cell too. Right? It came down anyway,
Yeah.
but there's like blood everywhere.
And Mick came out for that too.
Yeah, that's funny.
He
Yeah, yeah,
actually-
yeah.
that
He was supposed to.
Mankind-
Yeah, he was.
No,
like,
no, he
no,
really
no.
did.
That's why he had to come out. It was like
And Terry Funk comes out.
with his
And
one
he
shoe.
gets chokeslammed out of his shoes.
Yeah.
Who gets choked?
Terry
on
Funk.
Terry Funk does.
Ah, which I was gonna.
Chokeslammed right out of his New Balances.
Sheesh, let me get those.
Yeah.
That is a sick match. Terry Funk and is he Cactus Jack at that
Yeah,
point?
it's
Or
FMW,
the,
right?
the barbed wire
Explosion match?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's-
That's Japan, right?
What was that where
Really
Mick
gnarly.
lost his ear?
That's Germany.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
was this Germany?
I think it was Germany in between.
That's
the
when he did his
ropes.
thing where he goes over the ropes and
Yeah.
Oh,
ear.
And it just went.
gotcha.
We'll ask him about this. We're gonna see him in White Plains
See you
in
soon.
about a month.
Yeah, we are.
He's
going
gonna
to
be on the
that.
podcast.
We have to record that.
Yeah, speak it into existence.
in my mind.
He'll be laying in the back, like the Boy Meets World episode.
Shout out to Mick. I heard he was in a really bad
Oh,
car
yeah,
accident.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Ironically,
Yeah,
Yeah,
always
he did.
something going on.
And he
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
pristine next to like a destroyed vehicle
Yeah.
on some Transformer shit.
Oh, yeah, I love
Michael
Mick.
Bay.
Yeah.
I've had
The
the
worst.
It's his ass.
I've had the pleasure.
How come he's
Trash
no,
ass.
he was great. Like he was like as a kid, he was like my favorite. You know,
Love him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the only person who could play three characters at the same time.
that was
He's
fun.
the Cactus Jack, Dude Love,
Love.
Mankind.
Yeah, the three
The fu-
faces of Foley, and he was the first one to introduce like kind of like pulling the curtain behind. He was the first one to really start talking about like insider terms and like because just the mere fact of them acknowledging that he played three different characters,
Mhm.
that would never happen.
Yeah.
Now them acknowledging it, becoming his actual persona was him having multiple personas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember '97 when Triple H had a match against Dude Love? It was '97 Raw. He has a match against Dude Love, and he's getting all ready for his match. He goes out to the
It was in the garden.
He's out in the ring, and then on the Titantron, Dude Love comes on. He's like, "Ooh, baby, only the dude could bring peace to the war zone. But you ain't getting the dude tonight. You getting Cactus, baby." And then Cactus Jack comes out, and Triple H
are you
loses
saying
his
what you
shit.
think I'm saying or whatever? You know.
Triple H loses his shit. He goes to like the ring guy. He's like, "I didn't sign up for this shit." And it's just fucking Mick
So you-
and another gimmick.
You had to know, like he was Cactus Jack in ECW and WCW
Yeah.
beforehand, and it was in New York, so it was kind of like ECW was local to New York, so that was like a fun little. Wrestling is cool again.
Yeah. Yeah. I never used to like the dude gimmick until I found out about him afterwards.
As a
like,
kid doing
that
it?
was his early
Yeah.
gimmick.
Yeah, that was like his first one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was his
like, when he
backyard
kid, yeah.
gimmick.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like,
100%. Yeah, there's some like good videos of him jumping like off a roof on
it's
a
like,
mattress.
outrageous.
Go try this at home.
And he's a really nice guy. I've had the pleasure of 501st. We've had a booth next to him at a couple of small events, and he like would always talk to us, and he was really chill.
That's
Yeah,
amazing,
I'm
man.
bringing a bag full of stuff, but
Very
I don't want to think I'm like a reseller because this is all the stuff I'm bringing is stuff from '99, 2000, like when I was a kid. And then in high school, like the first thing I bought with like actual money, like my high school job, was the DVD of McFoley.
Three Faces of Philly.
No, the chair shots and misses and all that stuff like that.
Oh, shit.
It was the
Wow.
greatest hits.
Exquisite.
I'm just saying, but like that was like the first thing I bought. And then
Wow.
Yeah,
then
he's got the vault.
I read his book, like one of my first real jobs. I was like a
Wow.
doorman.
I bought it and I just looked at it.
And I read it. No, I read it. It's fun. And yeah, it'd be great to meet him.
All right, here's a little controversial topic. Should WWE do a intergender matches?
I am not into it.
They got it in 2K25.
Did you?
If it's done
WWE.
correctly.
Yeah,
WWE.
I mean, if I remember correctly, didn't China?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is why I would say
Hey.
so. It's just to honor China because
It-
China.
Those
Yeah.
were crazy, and
Yeah.
this is like a real personal thing because I love China, big respect to her and all like the shit she went through. They didn't want her. Nobody wanted to wrestle her because it would destroy. They thought it would destroy them because
The illusion?
Sure.
Yeah, if you lose to a woman, then it's like, how could you win against any man?
Right,
And it's
sure.
like, dude, if you watch some of the indie stuff, like when I was saying King of the Death Match, you get to see some like incredible, whatever. Everybody's equal. You
There-
want to get fucked up, get in the ring, go ahead.
And there's the argument too, like, oh, it's not believable. Like a 150-pound person, you know, like.
Watch some of Penta's early
Yeah,
stuff.
You put me on
Chelsea
to Penta
Green.
and a
Chelsea
girl
Green.
wrestling. That was
Chelsea
Green,
crazy.
right?
Yeah, Chelsea Green.
No, but
and
like,
Io.
was a
but my
sick
argument
match.
with that is like, this suspension of disbelief for even like an arm drag. Like you have to have that suspension of disbelief for like a headlock. So why can't you also separate yourself from like when it's like a person like 200-pound, different, you know, different gender or whatever. Let's not get into that whole thing. But yeah, like it has its place done correctly.
I used to be against it, but now I say,
Yeah, I was surprised.
fucking do it.
Now, who do you think in the new era could? I mean, I'm
Rhea.
guessing Rhea would be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Pay me.
Io Sky again.
Pay
if
me.
you look up the vintage Io Penta match.
Yeah, that match
That
is
is like it's so
craziness.
believable. It made me become a fan of her.
Yeah,
Where was it
a sick
at?
match.
Lucha Underground?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's when she was on the show, yeah.
Cesar.
But then just he has a match with Chelsea Green too.
Yes, which is incredible. as
Also
well.
good.
Yeah, she's a beast. She could wrestle the guys. Yeah, there's a lot. Piper Niven. She yeah. Why not?
Oh yeah, Piper can definitely. Yeah,
It might
that's
be
true.
coming because they dropped the game and you could do it in the game right now. So it might be coming.
And the game is life.
Soft launch.
The game is like.
You
So
remember
if
that and
you guys want to sponsor us and give us all copies of the game, we can do that too.
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is gonna be a game for the night, all right? It's like kill, marry, fuck, but it's gonna be
Wow.
push, bury, release.
Push your shit.
So who would you push to make a star? Who would you bury
You
to
got your
constantly
shit pushed in.
lose? And who would you release? Pretty much fire.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm
Can you
a
repeat
meat.
that
Yeah,
again?
prep time. We need to write it down.
No, this is the best part. It's just kind of off.
All right,
off
push.
Wow.
Push Dom more.
the- Really?
Yeah. What was it? Push Barry.
Yeah,
would be-
bury is constantly lose, and then just release fire them.
Wow. This is such
do a time
power.
lapse video here.
I love
I'm
it.
thinking about it. Barry.
I'm definitely.
I'm tired of Roman. Barry Roman. Just a little bit, a smidge. Maybe don't have him win his 11th main event. And then release.
Roman Reigns. I'm not really. Yeah. Don't really do anything.
Release would be.
Chick Flair. Easy decision.
No.
You can release
See
the New
ya.
Day.
No.
Okay, yeah.
No.
I never was a fan of the New Day.
Yeah, I'm still
Not
like,
a big
you-
New Day fan.
I never got it.
even though they're doing better now. But anyway, your turn.
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't do.
Okay.
I didn't do a release.
Okay.
No, sorry.
Let me think about it. Release.
They're watching.
Yeah.
They're like, where
I
do you
don't want
get
anyone
these
to lose a
opinions?
job. I don't want anyone to lose a job.
It's tough.
Release. I need like a roster.
You're gonna have to put on the song from the game.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, Jeopardy.
Release. I'm trying to think who's on the card right now, like on the main event. Braun Strowman. I'm tired of him.
Braun Strowman?
I never liked
Yeah.
him.
He's just not connecting with the
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
Son-
If I had if it was a money thing, I'm like, come on, sorry, business pal.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman.
Out of here.
All right,
Make-
Kenny looks like
make
he's
him earn
thinking
it.
hard here.
Yeah, I'm thinking hard.
I'm ready.
Oh, go for it.
I'm gonna push Pinta
Of
because he's
course.
my favorite right
I
now.
love it.
I'm gonna bury. Who am I gonna bury? I'm gonna bury John Cena. I don't like him. And then what was the last one? Release.
Nobody likes him anymore now.
Release.
I love him.
I'd release
I like Tough
Logan
Love.
Paul.
Logan Paul. Oh, you know what? No,
I'm gonna get mad hate for that
That's
one.
very similar to my Braun Strowman thing. I was gonna say it before, like have him, even though he's already been around for like over a decade, have him earn it more on like the indies and like other promotions. Because some people are only WWE people. Like the Miz is only WWE,
Mhm.
so people are always like, oh, you've never been on an indie show, you've never been in a different promotion. Like how can we say that you're so great because you never had that challenge either? So Logan Paul hasn't been able to navigate the backstabs and shit, indie events and stuff like that, and
That is true. Builds you like a different
shady.
person.
it's a completely different beast just being in like a corporate environment. So that's a good choice, and then maybe he comes back even stronger.
Jay, you have any?
Wow. I even barely remember what we were talking about. Well,
Circulation to
we're-
your head, man.
We're releasing Chick Flair right off the
Okay,
bat.
and then you have to find somebody you're gonna push to win, and somebody you're gonna bury to lose.
push.
Like push to become
I mean,
champion.
I'm gonna go with Penta too. I'm big, like we're in here, we're out there, and I'm gonna say Barry. Oh God, man, these poor people. But you know who is this poor fella, the big fella. He's out on injury right now.
Big E?
No, not him. Bless
His
his
name is
heart.
Big. His name.
No. He was another. He got another one of those. He has an accent.
Oh, Rusev.
No,
No,
not
sorry.
him. Not him
He's
either.
coming back.
He's what is he? Australian or New Zealander?
He's in WWE.
He's in WWE, but he got injured. He just had that whole thing.
We've
with
got a lot of people in the comments yelling at us.
Oh,
for
my
names we
God.
don't
That's
know.
good. This could be purpose
Pick
engagement.
somebody you know, man.
It's engagement.
Well, if anything, we'll put the name over his head when we figure it out in editing.
Yes.
All right. I'm pushing.
Thought
Braun-
bubble pop up. His head.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, I push Braun Breaker. I want to get him into like having some real like serious matches.
Yeah, because he's killing it right now.
Yeah, and also I'm watching some things and I see like Dominic taking down Braun Breaker, and it's just like
Yeah, that's killing me.
that's
seeing stuff like
that that's painful because this
It's
guy's
like,
an
there's no
animal.
way.
No,
What
exactly.
But it wasn't clean though.
Well, it can never
Fair
be clean
enough.
because they can't. They couldn't
Doesn't
make it
make
clean
sense.
because it would never make sense. People wouldn't
Yeah,
buy it at all.
Braun Breaker needs to face like another animal, like Jacob. You know what I mean?
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
That'd be
Braun
sick.
Breaker,
That'd be
Jacob
too
fought
crazy.
too. Yeah,
Wait, did they
but
tease
you
that
gotta
already?
tease that for like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a PLE. That's a PLE, you know?
No, right? They teased something. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he was on SmackDown.
But
I don't
and
watch
also,
SmackDown.
I like Braun Breaker,
Sorry.
his legacy, and he's a third generation, second generation
Second
superstar,
generation.
second generation superstar.
But he has two.
And yeah, just carrying that legacy. I mean, like, there's like WCW is on his back.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like bloodline
And we know
wise,
WCW is the greatest.
they're like hush goated. You know what I mean? It's Hogan who buried WCW. NWO buried WCW. Off with his head. But now moving forward, who would I bury? The New Day. They suck.
Yeah, they're gonna-
They say the New Day sucks. They do suck. They always suck. They suck.
I mean, again, them being heels now has kind of helped their career a little bit, but they still suck. I can do that. I'm like,
They're frail.
I sometimes
They're
skip
weak.
matches when it's the New Day. I'm like,
You know what,
"Ah."
man? You know what? I had one more gray hair in my head when when Kofi Kingston said he's been in the WWE for 19 years. That's
Yikes.
crazy.
He looks
Oh,
super
wow.
old.
And he
Honestly. I was
still
looking at him the
sucks.
other day. I was like,
What?
Yeah.
In your 19th year of existence, you're still
And who would you release?
I would release Pat McAfee.
Oh, dude, I was thinking about these.
That's a good one.
Wait, no,
I
don't
like
disrespect McAfee before this other guy, the other new announcer. I wanted to talk about him. I can't stand him.
Oh, wait, who?
Nash.
He's
Something
on
Nash.
SmackDown?
He's one of their new announcers that they picked up, and
He's from like ESPN, right, or something like that.
he does like all these, the way they're trying to mix all these sports, like
We're very casual.
Peter
here.
Rosenberg.
We don't do
I don't like it. Yeah, you're not-
McAfee, in my opinion, has horrible timing. He talks during. I remember I was watching, what was it, Survivor Series or something? Roman coming out, and he talks at at the worst time.
Well, Pat
Or not
McAfee
even
said that he
catch.
doesn't prep at all, which he should.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can
Well,
tell.
He should,
Yeah,
he should
yeah.
be our hero.
well, they should release him to lock him in a closet with Pat Patterson, and then bring him back out.
You come out strong like real man.
Yeah.
So did you come up with yours yet?
Hell no. He just had that match where he jumped on him on the damn car, and it was another one of those car gimmicks. He slipped off the side, almost got his neck.
We'll put the name above his head when we figure it out.
I thought we were gone with that. I'll
For
let
me,
that go.
it would also be
To be
Penta,
continued.
because ever since Penta came to WWD, I'm loving it.
That's your
I want them
push.
to push it more. Release, it would be Logan Paul.
Okay.
I can't stand it anymore. Yeah, it's getting bad. I mean, he is talented as a wrestler.
He's talented as
Like a
that he can
beginner.
jump on a trampoline.
Yeah.
He grew up with
He
a trampoline.
is athletic, but
I've
I
seen
don't know, he's fucking
talented
annoying.
7-year-olds. That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't mean
yeah.
shit. He does.
and I would release the New Day because I really can't
Yeah.
stand him at all.
All right.
No, Logan Paul can't wrestle. There's this hype around Logan Paul that he's a great athlete.
'Cause he
Yeah,
could do that
he
fucking
can jump.
flip.
Yeah, he could do a flip.
I could do that
But
flip.
What was that match he had with Rey Mysterio?
Oh, when they
Where he
botched
botched
it?
the living shit out of that
Oh,
match,
yeah.
and Ray tried to save it. As best
No
as he
amount
could.
of gear in the world will
No,
save you from those botches.
no. Logan Paul needs to drown in Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Holy dip.
All right. Well, we did have one more game, guys, but it seems like my
Let's try to do it
camera
again.
is not going to let that happen. But we'll do it next time.
Yeah, we can.
Just,
Yeah.
Let's do the outro then, probably. when
yeah,
we're
we'll just
recording.
cut it up.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. We have one more week of shows, Raw and SmackDown. We have a SmackDown tomorrow night, and Monday we got Raw. We'll figure out the final WrestleMania.
I'll be watching it through one of your windows.
And by the time this is up, our first episode will already be up on YouTube. Again, please follow, like, subscribe. We will be on Spotify soon. And anybody else got anything?
Yeah, it's a fun hangout. Come hang out with us. Talk wrestling. This is what we do.
Yeah, and feel free to tell us all the names we messed up in the comments.
Yes.
And
Suck it.
and everybody, suck it, right?
Yeah.
Suck it.
With all due respect.
With all due
Yeah.
respect. All right, guys. See you later.
How long was that? You can't even tell.
No,